Hey, hey, boys and girls, how y'all doing? It's good to see y'all today. I am so glad to be here and to be with you today. You know, I had to go to the doctor and I had to go to the hospital. About 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, I had to go and get my eye worked on. I was a little kid. When I was a little bitty kid, I was younger than you were. I was probably 4 years old when I was a little bitty kid, and we lived in Florida. And I was playing cowboys and Indians with the kids next door, and I remember I was the cowboy. I'm always gonna be the cowboy. And I was the cowboy, and they were the Indians. And I can remember running around the corner, and one of those Indians was up in a tree. He was up in the tree, and he had a bow and arrow, and that was a toy bow and arrow. Thank goodness for that. It was a toy bow and arrow, and it had the rubber tip on the end, but the rubber tip was gone from this arrow. I went running around the corner, and that Indian, boy, he was a good shot. He shot me right in the eye. And I can remember going to the hospital. I can remember crying and going to the hospital, and I had to get my eye worked on then. And I've had problems out of that eye for years. It's been 60 years that I've had problems with that eye. And detached a retina in it years ago. And a few weeks ago, I got a hole in it, and I went to the doctor, and he said, "We got to fix that." And so I went to the doctor, and then I went to the hospital, and I laid down there, and they got to working on my eye, and they got me all fixed up. In fact, it's doing a lot better. I had this patch on here to keep me from getting headaches, but let me take this patch off of there, and let me see. Let me see what. Oh, let me see. Let me see what I can see. Let's look. Oh, there you are. I see y'all. Hello, Caleb. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. There's Libby. Woo! Good to see all of y'all. Freddie. Hey, Freddie. And Ethan. Man, it's good to see y'all. And Christian. And Josh. And Rehan. Who is that? Yeah, that's Remy and John and Roshan. Hey, Roshan, how you doing, buddy? Man, it's good to see y'all. And is that Tilly? Well, it is good to see y'all. I am glad that y'all are here, and I hope everything's going good for you. I bring old Caleb to school in the mornings. I went over to pick him up this morning, and when I went to pick him up, I went back to his bedroom. It's his bedroom, and had his toys out there, and made my way through the toys. And I got a bunch of books, and I got some new books, and so we got some new books to read, and we're going to read some of them. I got a big one of a Cars book and a Toy Story book. How many of y'all like cars? We like cars. How many of you like Toy Story? Yeah, we like that too. So I'm going to read, but I got this one. Let's see. In fact, let's do the cars one. You want to read about cars today? This goes all the way back to the first Cars movie. Let's look here, and let's just look at it a little bit, and we'll go as far as we can here. Who knows who that is? Who is that? Lightning McQueen. Can y'all say Lightning McQueen? Let me hear you. Lightning McQueen. That's Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen was a race car. He was flashy red and had a shiny lightning bolt on the side of his car. Oh, Lightning McQueen was a fast car. He even had a door and fans. Woo! Everybody liked Lightning McQueen. They liked him, and the problem was Lightning was not a nice fella. Not at the first. He thought he was something special. And so he would be so special sometimes that all of his workers, they kept quitting. He couldn't get anybody to stay with him because he was not a nice guy. Well, he was going one day to a big race, and he was headed to the big race, and he was in the back of the truck, and he was sleeping. But you know, Mac the truck, he's the one who took Lightning to all of his races. And Mac was driving down the road, and he got sleepy, and he got sleepy, and he got sleepy, and sleepy. And he ran off the road. When he ran off the road, Lightning came out of the back. Lightning fell out of the back of the truck. Lightning was asleep. And then all of a sudden, cars kept coming. And now they're getting next to Lightning, and he scares him, and he wakes up, and he goes running away, and he runs off, and he runs to a little town called Radiator Springs. He goes into Radiator Springs going so fast, the sheriff chased him. And the sheriff was coming after McQueen, and he was afraid. Lightning was afraid, and so he drove faster, and he knocked into just about everything in that little town. What a mess! Finally, the sheriff stopped him. The sheriff stopped him, and he said, "Now, I don't take no lip and this cannon on my hip. Let me tell you, boy, it ain't no toy. I wear a hat just like a mountie. I'm the sheriff of Boone County, and you in a heap of trouble, boy, for sure." He didn't say exactly that, but I think he might have thought it. Here he was, and he chased him, and Lightning was in a lot of trouble. Took him to the impound lot, and he put him in the impound lot, and he said, "You can't leave yet. You got to go to court." And Lightning was so scared and so sad, and he was in the impound lot, and there was only one car in town that was friendly to Lightning McQueen, and that was a rusty old tow truck named, who knows what his name is? Do you know? Mater. And Mater was friendly to Lightning. And you know, Mater didn't know that Lightning was famous. Mater just wanted a friend. And you know, it's good to have friends. I am so glad that I am able to come and be with y'all, and I see you when you go to school and when you come back, and you're my friends. I'm glad that I'm your friend, and when I see you, I say, "Hey, John, hey, Roshan, hey, Libby, hey, Caleb," and I see you and I say, "Hey," and when you see me, you need to say, "Hey," so I'll know that you're out there, and I am your friend, and you are my friend. Soon Lightning McQueen was brought to court. He thought he would be set free because he was a superstar race car. He was right. Almost. Doc, the town's judge, told McQueen to leave town. He said, "You leave town and never come back." But Sally, she was a lawyer. She was a little blue sports car, and she came in there and she said, "I think he needs to clean the town up. He messed it up. He needs to clean it up." And you know, that's something, if we mess it up, we ought to clean it up. I got a broom and a mop over there, because you know what? I make messes all the time. And I get that broom and I get that mop, and I have to go clean up after myself all the time. So if you make a mess, clean it up. Say amen right there. So anyway, she said, "I want him to clean the mess up that he's made." Well, all the townsfolk, they got to thinking about it, and they said, "Well, you know, I think she's right. I think he ought to clean up all the mess that he made." Lightning said, "But I've got things to do. I've got places to go." And they said, "Well, if you'd have done it and cleaned it up, you could have been on your way." McQueen was still in a rush to get to the big race, so he worked too fast, and he made an even bigger mess. Messed up the road. A little while later, the town watched as Mater tried to drive on the new road, but the road was just too bumpy. Why, Mater said, "I'll do it." But he couldn't do it either. You know why? because Lightning had made a big mess trying to fix his big mess. And he made the mess bigger. Doc was angry. He challenged McQueen to a race. Doc said, if you win, you go, and I'll fix my road. But he said, if I win, then you've got to fix my road. Well, Lightning, he said, why, I'll win this. I'll win this race going away. He said, I've got it. I'll win it. And so he tried to race with him, and he was racing, and he lost control, and it looked like McQueen was going to win, but he run off the road, and he crashed into a cactus patch. But luckily for him, his new friend Mater said, he's my friend. I'm going to go, and I'm going to pull him out of there, and I'm going to help him, and he did. And he pulled him out, and he helped him. After that, Lightning learned a few things. He learned that the town folks were proud of their home. It wasn't special. It wasn't anything to write home about, but it was home. It was not better than anybody else's, but it was home, and they liked it because it was comfortable. It was home. It's good to have a home, and they loved their little home. And Lightning also learned that Sally loved Radiator Springs, that little town there. Sally just loved it, and she showed Lightning around, and he even learned that Doc had once been a champion race car. Look at there. There's Doc. And at one time, a long time ago, Doc had been a champion race car. He'd been a good one, and he'd won many, many times. But one time he wrecked, and he said, I think I'm getting too old to race. I'm just going to pack it up and not race anymore. But when Lightning came along, he thought, I could help old Lightning. I could help him win a race. And so that's what he did. He tried to help him, and he helped him to win the race. Finally, McQueen fixed the road. And then he thanked everybody and all of his new friends at Radiator Springs. And he said, I'm going to head out. And they said, well, wait. Hold on a minute. Let us get you fixed up. And so Red, the fire truck, squirted Lightning McQueen and cleaned him up. Guido and Luigi gave him new tires. They put new tires on his car. And Ramon gave him a new paint job. Why, he got him all fixed up. And Flo gave him a can of her best oil. Why, he's ready to go. He's doing good. He's going to be traveling on. Everything's going to be great. I'm getting a call, but I ain't stopping right now. By that night, the townsfolk had fixed up their shops and their neon lights, and the old town looked new again. Why, everything looked great. And there they were, Lightning left. And soon it was time to go back to the racetrack. But now McQueen had Doc as his crew chief. He had a new pit crew, and they were all his teammates because they were his best friends. I'm telling you what, it's good to have friends. Friends will stick with you, and it's friends you can talk to, and friends you can have a good time with. I got another book here, an ABC book, but we've done gone about 14 minutes. I believe we're just going to stop here for the day. But boys and girls, I am sure glad that y'all have been with me today, and I am sure glad that I have been with y'all today. And I hope everything goes good for you and you have a good weekend. And I hope everything goes well. And you just remember that we love you. And if you need anything, you let me know. You know why? Because we're friends. Goodbye, my friends. I'll see you later. Bye. Everybody wave. Bye. I'll see y'all next week, okay? All right. God bless you. Bye-bye.